This is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer, the Sensei. I've got 3 college degrees, 3 separate black belts. I've had the shit beat out of me so many times I can't even remember how many times, but all of a sudden it happens, they can't beat you up anymore. It's the other way around. You wind up saying, hey, I want you to go over there and work out with the brown belts until I tell you to stop. Until you get the hell beat out of you. And if I really don't like it, I'm going to tell you, all right, I want you to go work with the black belts until I tell you to stop. And what does that mean? It means you'll usually quit then because you don't want them to kill you, to bounce you off the mat, to break your neck, to beat you up. Yeah, that's what men are. Men are wolves. And I'm telling you out there, John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer, you men out there, we got to wake up. We got to wake up with righteousness. And I see this TV show and it's good. And I wrote a sonnet about it. Why? Because it's a miracle the human race even made it. And we men, we got to step up to the plate and we got to quit being such wimps. I like this TV show. I watch it. I don't watch it much anymore because once you've seen it, you've seen it. The name of this TV show, sonnet number 1113. Naked and Afraid. I like that TV show, Naked and Afraid, wherever they put you all around the world. It's terrific television programming showing how spoiled people really are. It's a miracle the human race even survived. It's a realistic recreation of life stranded in the wilderness with no clothes and no shoes. Naked and afraid. No shoes, that's awful. Just think. Primitive survival, harsh crises, bad problems, dreaded jungle snakes, barren deserts, without basic essentials. Seasoned outdoorsmen, men and women, people think they can hack it. They're working together in the wilderness. Conditions are brutal. They're expected to survive for 21 days. Without ever tapping out like in martial arts. I had it enough. Quit choking me. I'm tapping out. I quit. They're going to tap out probably. They got constant problems in the wilderness. Unsafe water. You can't drink that water. That's why people died in the old times. Why? Dirty water. Where do you think the fish poop? There's all kinds of awful things in that water. Unsafe water. Stranded in the wilderness. Fighting hard to not drop out, not tap out. You're hunting for food. You're hungry. Scant nourishment, no food at all. 21 days of sheer hell. That's the whole point. It's an absolute miracle that the human race was not eradicated off of the face of the earth. This test of bare survival, it's harsh and it's filled with fear and dread. Just the thought, no shoes. I used to run 2 miles barefoot. But to think about no shoes forever, what? I'm telling you, there's thorns, there's sharp rocks, there's things, there's needles and thorns that'll pierce your foot and get an infection. And then there's fiercest venomous snakes, spiders that'll kill you, blood-sucking leeches everywhere. You're even forced to eat bugs, you're so hungry. You're eating lizards. You're eating grubby worms. You're eating ugly tarantulas. The resources you can find are scarce. They're nowhere around. Dinner's hard to catch. They don't want to die. You're crying for your mama. You're so hungry. Ah, mama, mama, mama. There's millions and billions of insect bites. You got to see their bodies. They're covered with bites. You get dengue fever. You get yellow fever. You get malaria. You get Zika. Their germs are everywhere. West Nile virus, sepsis, blood poisoning, pneumonia. It's awful. And they're willing to do that to be on TV. Yeah, naked and afraid. Oh, we might see somebody's bush. We might see somebody's tata. We might see somebody's shadow of their keister. Oh, it's naked and afraid. They don't understand the point. We all went through this at one time. It's a damn miracle any of us survived. The Discovery TV channel has a real winner in his program, in Naked and Afraid. People get tired of it, though. Bravely did our ancestors go through this. They triumphed over spectacular adversity just to survive. Surviving for 21 days? That's tough. That's bad. But think about more than 21. Think about if these people had to survive for a year out there, they would be dead. And that's the whole point. We're so spoiled. We're so spoiled. Our ancestors had to live through this all of their lives, just trying to light a fire. We didn't figure out matches till 1810. The rest of the time we were striking flint or rubbing sticks together like idiots. And then we had ratchet matches in 1810. And before that, we're like, we couldn't figure it out because we're so stupid from the Garden of Eden. It's awful. And you're trying to light a fire before 1810, and everything is wet, damp, nothing ignites, nothing burns. You're freezing to death at night. Hypothermia. You got to keep that fire going every 3 hours because if you don't, you're going to freeze to death. It's awful. It's such a bloody fight just to live, to survive. Have you ever been so very cold that you can't stop shivering? Well, I have. I got lost in a blizzard when I was 18, and I damn near didn't make it out of there. Thank you, God. I'm just telling you, to be that cold, have you ever been so tired? You don't want to keep on living. There's a lot of you out there that are like that. Come on, man, you've got to keep fighting. You've got to keep fighting. In this naked and afraid, your shelter leaks and you're trying to survive. Your shelter in the jungle, it leaks. The water's coming in. The storms tear your pitiful roof to shreds. The horror of horrors. You're getting wet all night. The insects are biting you. The animals attack you. Biting copperhead snakes. Ticks sucking your blood, giving you disease. Infection ravishing your body mercilessly. Sickness everywhere overwhelms the resolve. Jungles and deserts are so very deadly. How wonderful it is to have modern conveniences. Think about that. You've got clean water. You can go turn on the faucet. Clean water? How now you got to bow down to modern technology, our central heat, our air conditioning, our food, our computers, our cars. We have advanced technology now. Science. Progress is the answer. Coming from naked to afraid to now, I don't want to go back to there, do you? The human race is going. If we got our talents recognized and we can get people around the world to get their talents going and getting paid for their talents, no telling what we can do. No more naked and afraid. No more poor altogether. God bless us, everyone. Thank you for listening. Au revoir, mes amis.